Hello, my name is Carissa. Today I'm going to be showing you 2 ways to change your background image using GeneratePress and WordPress.
So let's get into it. So first, you're going to want to navigate to the page that has the photo that you want to change and select Edit Page. Now, you should see a page like this, which means you are in the editor. And to change the image from an image block, you want to select the image. You'll know it's an image block when it has this here, and it'll pop up with a little note letting you know that you're in the right one. Another place that you can check to see if you have the right image is you click this little hamburger menu up here, and you make sure that whenever you hover, see how when you hover over it changes which one it's on. Make sure that you are on this image block, and then you're going to want to click this gear over here to open up the settings. Actually, nope, just kidding. You don't got to do that. So you just come over here to replace. And if you have a photo you want to upload, then you can go ahead and upload it right here. But for me, my photo is already in my photo library. So I will just need to scroll until I find the image I want to change it to. And now that looks a little bit too big. I know my head is big, but it is not that big. So we're going to go ahead and pull this down to 50%. And if you want to check what that will look like, you can hit Preview in a new tab. And this is showing you how this photo will look now. So if I were to publish and update my page, then this is how it was going to look. And that is how you change the image from an image block. Again, it's super simple. You just come to the image, hit replace, open media, find the picture, and you're all good. And to change the next section, I'll scroll down and you see how I have this background image right here. Well, I want to give that one a little bit of an update. So I'm going to come here again. You're going to want this list view open to make sure you're in the right one. And when you see, like if I click this whole container and I come over to backgrounds, I don't see an image URL there. That means this is not the correct one. What we're going to want to do is come to this one down here, and then we do the same thing. We click on the tab in the settings for background, and you'll see you have this URL here. And when you select browse, you'll see that this photo indeed matches the photo that's in the background. To change that one, if you need to upload your file, just come over to the tab and upload it from there. If not, then just come over to your media library and you're going to click that one. And now the problem with this is, although it's a lovely photo, it is 475 kilobytes big. That is a very large photo size for going onto your web page. We want to try and keep this as low as possible, preferably under like 80 kilobytes. So this is way over how much needs to be there. And as you can see here as well, this background size is a lot bigger than we need it to be. So what I'm going to do is check for reference. So this one is 90 kilobytes. What am I saying? 90 kilobytes. And the file size is 1920 by 1080 pixels. That's pretty standard. And so what we're going to need to do is put this one down to about the same metrics as that. And also something else you'll notice is this is a JPEG. JPEGs are very commonly used online, but for our purposes, I always use WebP because it's the most compatible and it loads the fastest out of all of the file types. I use Pixlr to minimize all of my photos. If I have a photo that's too big, I can resize it here. It's super easy. Just come to create new. You don't even have to make an account. And you see right here, it already has those dimensions laid out. So I click create. I'm going to drag over my picture, add current, and you can see that is way, way, way too big. So we're going to go ahead and shrink that down. And I do have some hanging over, but this picture doesn't really matter that much. And so already, just by minimizing the size, you've dropped it by 100 kilobytes. And when I come down here, this will tell you what file type it's in. When I come over to WebP, it already takes it down another 200 to 254. But again, we want to try and get this as small as possible. And because this is a background image, I'm not too concerned about the quality of the photo, because it'll be, pretty faded in the background. If this was a different kind of photo, like a hero image that needed to be a very clean, crisp photo, then you can choose to lazy load those photos. But you just really want to, allow it to have a bigger file size, but you just want to be really cautious of how big the photos are, because that is the main little guy that will come in and slow down your page speeds. So we have to be very, very careful. And see, it's some low resolution, but that's absolutely okay for the purpose of what we're using it as. And go ahead and save this one. Now that that's done, I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to upload my new smaller image size. Select, and now you see we have that one already added in. You come to preview your website and I have my lovely face here, and we scroll down and we have that wonderful picture with those beautiful flowers back there. And as you can see, it's a pretty low file size. Even though the quality is low, it doesn't really sacrifice that much in the photo because of how it is. Again, you can have a little bit more leeway if the picture is of more importance, but for this case, we were able to drop the quality down. But yeah, this is 2 ways to alter the image on your website using GeneratePress and WordPress.